Hello everybody, I'm Chucc Stone, also known as the rap artist Chucc Born Star. In October, on the 10-10-10 gate, I was implanted with geometric symbols. The human body at this time in this reality is allowed to be implanted with 144,000 geometric forms, entities, actual living beings. I know you're familiar with the number 144,000 because it has been spoken about in your Bible. And I was doodling around yesterday and came up with some geometric forms. So I'm in the receptivity of them actually communicating with me. I know the human mind has been stirred away from geometry, and most people are afraid of mathematics, but there's no need to have any fear for it because you communicate with it subconsciously, whether you're consciously aware of it or not. Geometry is part of your everyday life and everything that you do. When you drive your car, when you look at stop signs, traffic lights, or any type of signs and symbols that you have to obey, it's all geometry. The streets that you drive upon is geometry. The structure of your house, especially the rims on your car, whether they're the fancy rims or the factory rims. The next time you walk out to your car or look at any car, look at the rims, and I guarantee you'll see a geometric form or symbol that's inside of the circle of the rim. And these are consciousness ways of communicating with consciousness. They are conscious, they have consciousness, and they are designed to send out different information. So although you didn't understand geometry in school, or you felt like you wasn't just going to be proficient at it or good at it, because most of us are afraid of mathematics, it's okay because you've been communicating with it anyways. So I was a high school dropout. So if I can understand this stuff, that lets you know there's nothing special about me when it comes to this mathematics stuff. So I'm going to present the charts that I drew. I'm going to put these charts at the video at the end so you can get a better look at them. And to show you this is what I call the wheel. That's what is here in the middle. And you get the wheel, I'm sure you're familiar with the clock. And we're going by the number of 12. You got 12 people in the jury. You have 12 hours on the clock. You have the 12 chakra system. So you have a lot of things that's going by the number 12, the zodiac, the 12 zodiacs, so the 12 months of the year. So this is going to be our number to give us that 144,000. So as you can see, these drawings started off fairly simple. And you can find these drawings maybe anywhere on the internet from all the other sacred light geometry. And as you can see, as I kept going, it got a little bit more complicated, if you can see that. So I put the degrees up there along with the wheel of the clock, along with the numbers of the clock, and the direction of north, south, east, and west, and the intermediate directions also, because all this stuff is related. And as you can see on this particular one, you can actually fit this inside of that and come up with all these geometric forms in here. All right, and if you look at that very closely, you can see the flower of life, you can see the path of knowledge, you can even see, get this right, a little face that's there inside of that. See the little lips and the little eyes? Yeah, that's my face right there. Check that out. But this will be the Merkaba that'll be inside. The Merkaba is the total, complete man. And what I mean by man, I mean raw man, human, mankind, human. Not just man in the masculine, but man in the masculine and feminine. And this is unlimited. Unlimited limitation. There's no limitation in the full consciousness. We're talking about super consciousness, thought manifestors. And that's what you are, your thought manifestors. This is your magic. You manifest reality with your words along with your thought. And that's why in these Star-Starseed videos, I always tell people to always be aware of your thoughts, words, and actions, because this makes your reality responsible. Whether you're joking around with something or just playing or just talking to be talking, especially people who just probably love to hear yourself talk, you're actually creating your reality as you go about that way. So sometimes it's not best to always make a comment on something because you have to receive the energy that you give out. So that's basically what's going on here. We're just becoming better creator gods, which we are. You're just the lower form of it right now, I would say, because you're unaware of the creative power that you are. But you're very powerful. You're just not aware of it. And this is how the game masters have been able to control you. But once you become aware of this stuff, you become a game master yourself. And you understand reality a whole lot more. And the truth is actually become much more stranger than fiction, which I'm sure you've heard so many times. So that will be the full man, you know. You will find the Merkaba inside of that. You will find the pyramid, three-sided pyramid, four-sided pyramid. You will find squares, of course. You will find the diamond. You will find the octagon. I mean, you will find so many things in here that many of you may can see more. And I'm definitely not explaining this drawing to the fullest of my ability. As I say, I'm not a technical university or science type of person. I'm just a little black boy from the hood ghettos of America. So that lets you know that I'm just a common man, all right? So this is for us common people to understand that we can rise in consciousness and be able to be better controllers and thought manifestors of our life, because we are sorcerers in so many ways. And speaking of sorcery, you also can see the 18 sacred symbols of runes inside of here. If you look here with this X here, you can find the 18 sacred symbols inside the wheel, which is that double cross there. So it's a lot of things that's going on around you that you're just simply not aware of, that you communicate with every day on a daily basis in your everyday life. Geometry and mathematics has been a part of it. Also, based on 12, we have, this is a 2x2, so it's 2 inches by 2 inches square, all right? And there are 64 squares inside of here, okay? So that's actually the chessboard. That's your chessboard. So if you look at your chessboard, it'll be drawn the same way. You can find all these geometric shapes on your chessboard. So everything that you see here is on your chessboard, and also it's going to be somewhat similar on your checkerboard. So you have 64 squares in your chessboard. So 6 plus 4 equals 10. And you take that 10, and that will be the binary code. So those geometric shapes are actually types of binary codes to translate information of consciousness to you through this geometric force, because they are living entities. So that's basically what we're doing. We're reading the binary codes every day in reality. And that's what makes reality real for us. But we're not aware of how we actually communicate with this reality, and how we actually project it out of our eyes as the camera that's in our minds, in our being, in our brain, that projects out. We take it in and project out. So there's somewhat like a few seconds, maybe milliseconds of a delay before you actually see what it is that you're seeing, but you're just not aware of it. And that's just to my understanding. But this is a lot of fascinating stuff, and more stuff is coming to me every day. And I'm just taking the information in, integrating the information, and translate information to broadcast it to you guys who are interested in this stuff. I'm just basically a radio station. All right? I just broadcast, a transducer, energy, polarity integrator. You know what I mean? Go into different realities and receive different energies from my photon energy being projected there through remote viewing or through or doing meditation. So I gather up information to bring it back, or I download information through meditation, or I gather it up during my sleep state in the astral, and I bring this information into this reality in order to bust the paradigms that's been holding us constraints and shackles to our mind, you know, to lock us into this reality. So we're just here to bust the system as system busters. And you also see the directions in the clock, the whole nine from the circle. So there's a lot of things that are infused upon one another. And if you stare in the middle of this, of the center point, you can actually see the hands move very rapidly on the clock. I call it a combination to cause the conscious to the unlock consciousness. Because as you look at it, even though you consciously don't understand it to a technical point, still subconsciously, your body, your soul, your spirit, the atoms within your being understands it on another level, and it actually unlocks consciousness right now. So the energy upon the planet right now is supporting this activity. So you may be visiting different places in the astral that having to deal with geometry, such as the pyramids or any other unfound geometric structures that's hidden below miles of earth that has not been discovered yet, because they go in and out of realities, because they are living entities, as well as the crystals are living entities. So these are just some things that we're gonna have to kind of get used to doing and try to change our way of thinking, because this is supporting us to become on a new system, a new way of thinking, to rise our consciousness on a mass level. So this is gonna actually unlock codes within you, within your mind. And that's what I call it the combination. And if you actually kind of look at it, you can see that it actually does look like a lock that's on a safe that you can turn, you know, just like your school locker or your locker where you keep your expensive merchandise or jewelry or something. That, you know, if you have this type of safe within your house somewhere. So if you can find, and this is a 3D structure also. It's in 3D, and you can find many different structures that's infused upon one another. And each one serves its purpose, and some don't actually have names. And when they came to me on the 10-10-10 gate, they came to me in a stream very rapidly. So I can say it was so rapid that it's quite possible for 144,000 geometric forms to have been implanted within my being, because it came so rapidly as a stream. And it came to me upon a waking state. And my eyes, of course, were still closed. So I happened to lock on it. Once I lock on it, you have to kind of tune into it. And once you tune into it, you just get like locked on. So it's almost like a radar when you're actually in that awakened meditative state, when your brain is in that frequency upon the awakened state. Right at the crossroads is when it hit and it locks on. And the stream of it just came in. With, it's very beautiful. Neon, I said neon blue color. It's almost like a Tron type of look. If you've seen the movie Tron, it's got that neon blue look to it. And as it came just so rapidly in a stream, you know, just in a rapid flow, just boom, 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 one after another, just superimposed on top of one another. So this is just some things that I wanted to share. Some things that I was doing over the other day, and just thought I'd share it with you. So I have another test for you guys if you want to try another test, to let you know that consciousness is within everything, and you're just a form of thought. You're just created by your thought. You're not physical matter. Even though you may touch things and touch yourself and look at the world as upon itself as being a solid, which in a certain aspect it is, but it's also an illusion. Your senses allow you to adjust to think that everything is solid that way. But I'm going to prove to you that you're just a thought consciousness, and you're going to prove to yourself that you're just a thought without the body. You're still in tune with who you are and what you've done and who your family is. You don't lose that. So it's almost like you're experiencing the death and seeing the spirit world in fourth dimension. Now, I have to use the word advanced. I really don't like to try to separate things, but in order for you to be receptive and to understand the message that I'm giving, I'm going to have to say that some of you may have to be at an advanced level in order for this test to go properly. And if you fail it, don't worry. You're not going to be damned. You're not going to go to hell. Just don't worry about it. Don't sweat it, okay? But there are some of you who are ready to have this test done. And what I want you to do is I want you to go in your closet or your bathroom. And what I really want you to do is just to go in a small room that has a lot of light inside of the room, all right? Once you go in the room, I want you to turn the light off. When you turn the light off, I want it to be just pitch black, just dark, all right? I want you to find a point in space, not outer space outside the planet, but the space that's in front of you. Just find a point, no matter where it's at, and just stare at it. Stare at that point in space for about 30 seconds, all right? And while you're doing it, I want you to be standing next to the light switch while you're standing in space. So while you're standing in space with the light off, it's going to be dark, all right? And you're just staring at a point, all right, with your eyes open. It's like an open meditative state, all right? And for that 30 seconds, I want you to just flick the light on and flip it right off. And once you do that, you should see that the light is going to kind of glow. It's going to glow in a neon white light type of way, and you're going to see everything is electrified around you. And while you're in that state, I want you to hold focus. Don't move your head. Don't move your eyes right to left, because then you lose focus if you don't lock on the target. Just stay focused. And what I want you to do is wave your hand in front of your face this way. And what you'll actually feel is the movement of your hand, but you will not see it, because you're just a thought. You're just consciousness. You're just a part of this system as energy. A part of this construct, makeup of reality, of what we believe to be real, which is actually a dream world. Once you become enlightened to these things, and you experience a lot of the unknowns that they don't want you to know. And these are perfectly normal. They're not paranormal, but they're perfectly normal. It's just that we've been duped and tricked for so long that we just have forgotten our true God selves. And that's what we're on the search for, to get back in tune with that spirituality, to balance ourselves within this material world, to become more spiritually conscious about the things that we didn't know about. Because if we knew about these things, we would become the gods that we once were. And that's gods and goddesses, male and female, the true twin flame aspect within yourself, in order to attract your mate. But that's another subject. So these are the things that was hidden from us, and they're being exposed now. This is the great revealing, the apocalypse, as they say. And there's nothing to be terrified or afraid of. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this test as you enjoyed the last test with the light body test. So as things come to me and I get to familiarize myself with them, I don't like to speak about things that I just think is right. I like to experience things and talk about them where I know they're right. So when you experience it, I can predict exactly what's happening with you. And that way you can trust in my work and what I do. So I can be your beacon of light in this dark realm. And I don't mean evil dark. I just mean dark with lack of information is all, okay? I'd like to thank you all for supporting me and sharing the videos and all your comments. And hope you enjoy my future works. And always remember that good thoughts creates good things. I love you all. Peace, light, and love. One.
My earth time is inexpressible, indescribable, unimaginable, yet very real. I'm nothing more than a germ or a concern with shutting down the immune system of the matrix of the cancer with no cure, treatments or radiation. It's a suitable host for the growth multiplication, a microorganism most contagious when my Star-Seed brothers and sisters awaken. Belief systems will be contaminated, signs and symptoms, cheers, fever, muscle pains, and inflammation. More or less depending on the individual's bill of health. Will determine real survival with this epidemic colliding with life or death. Nobody really dies to fin out the lives of society. Remember me, cause the God and light of the wise is definitely where you wanna be. So consider your yearning for injections of my infection. I'm a disease to the drug or system, but a vaccine for human resurrection. So if you follow my analogy, you will see that the ascension system has the same behavior as me. My vision showed me as a serpent intertwined with my soulmate. Rehealing your soul's ache. Cause when I close my eyes, I see visions, not only in dreams, but in a waking state of greater power. Vision enables me to see beyond the normal human sense of sight, and perceiving will keep perception observing the main forms of life. My sacrifice's devotion has with my vision so potent, giving access to unlimited time space, imposing my dignity and loyalty to the forces of life. To be a seer, reality is the power.